nage, nage, petit poisson. Petit papillon.
Gâteau, toi comme tu sais gâteau.
Maman Alessandre là-bas. Hello Alessandre. Ça va?
Hello, Mommy.
Hello, Jimmy.
Viens sur la tête ici. Hello Alessandre. Alessandre.
Il va me mettre là-dedans, il va mettre avec son propre, j'ai mis ce zombie.
Tu veux? Alessandre.
C'est là qu'il fait ça. Ouais, fais une gueule.
Regarde. Do you know how to get a voice memo up on your phone?
Voicemail?
Voice memo. You know,
Voice memo?
yeah,
What do you mean?
to record audio.
Voice memo is like,
That one.
oh, okay.
This
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Press record.
This one.
And then do microphone test, say 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2
Is it do it again?
1 2 1 2 1 2. Is it
Yeah.
what it says?
Yeah, you see when you talk it goes up.
Oh, 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let me check my one. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Okay, now do a big clap like this so I know I can put the sound with the camera. So you put your phone down and just do a big clap to the camera and close to the microphones as well.
Do a big clap.
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm okay.
So this is episode 10.
Okay.
Every 5th episode is a friend or family member.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would be right if I had you as one of the first ones.
Oh, that's
Being
nice.
my mother-in-law.
In-law?
Mother and all.
Oh.
Mother and everything.
Uh,
How are you today? It's Father's Day today.
I know.
You just reminded you kind of just reminded me that it's
Yeah,
Father's Day.
yeah, it is. So you should call your dad.
I know, I kind of completely forgot. I will. I'll message him. He's in Mauritius at the moment, so
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a few months. I need to see him. How are you? How's your day? What have you been doing?
Well, nothing much.
No?
Been looking after Jonathan.
Mm?
That's it. Really.
Okay.
Been enjoy the garden.
Yeah. Lovely garden where my mum lives at the moment is where we are right now. It's nice. Cool, so I kind of want to get straight into it. So basically, yeah, I thought I would take this as an opportunity to ask you about some stories.
Okay.
Because there's some that I've heard in the past, but that I've always forgotten that I want to remember. The first one I want to talk about is the one of this necklace.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Are you okay with talking about that?
Yeah.
The story of the necklace?
Yeah.
So I get asked about this quite a lot. A couple people that I've done episodes with have asked me about it.
Oh.
So can you retell me the story of it? Because I've kind of forgotten. What I remember is that it was when you were quite young, in your 20s, early 20s. So you grew up in Mauritius.
Yes.
Yes, you were born in
Yes.
Mauritius.
I grew up in Mauritius, and I got married. I was 19,
Uh-huh.
and then
So young to get married,
I
no?
know, I know.
How did you meet the guy?
Oh, he was just like going to a wedding, and I met him, and that's it.
Whose wedding was it?
It was just not even a family wedding. My neighbors went to a wedding, and they took me as a young woman with them,
Oh.
and I
And you
met
met
that
him.
guy,
Oh. What was his name?
Bill.
I don't know. But that's quite funny. His name was Bill.
I met Bill, and then we get married 3 years after.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it like those 3 years before you got married? Was it nice?
With him?
Yeah.
I was so naive. I was only 16 when I met him.
Oh, so you got married when you were 19. You met him when you were 16.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I'm 22, he died.
So how did he die?
He just pulled a teeth out.
So he went to the dentist.
That's right. He went to the dentist. Was not meant to, but he decided to go to the dentist and pull it. It was a really hard tooth, and he decided to, the dentist was really rough.
Yeah.
Pull it out, and apparently they said they broke a vein, so he was bleeding to death.
Ah, yeah. So
Yeah.
you know, do you ever hear a story from years ago, and then you try to remember it, but
Yeah.
it sounded so exaggerated whenever I would say that, but that is what happened. He literally bled to death.
Exactly, he bled to
That's
death.
crazy, man. That's actually crazy.
He bled to death. He's because usually the doctors say when this vein is broken,
Yeah.
it's very rare.
Yeah.
It's very rare. So you're not going to survive because it's so tiny, and you just like keep bleeding.
Yeah, you can't stop
You
it.
can't stop it.
Wow.
You can't stop it.
Oh my god. So you'd met, and then 3 years later you got married, and then 2 years later after you get married he died.
3 years after, yeah.
3 years after you got married.
Yeah. So then, because I was so young, I was 22, was in my early 20s. So everybody was shocked because people see him in the morning, and then in the evening he died. He was young himself. He was 26 when he died.
Oh.
And everybody was like, coming to visit me because I was so young. I was not really quite understand. And everybody was giving me things. People give you candle or give you money, things like that,
Really?
Sympathy, they don't know what to do, they give
Yeah.
you. So after everything is calmed down, I had quite a bit of money.
Uh-huh.
And I just thought, I just want to make a souvenir. I just thought I want to do something. So then I went and made that necklace. And when I made that necklace, because my name changed after I got married. I was Aline Nefonte, and then I become Aline Jagu, and then he died.
Yeah.
So then I just say, I'm not Jagu anymore. So I just put A with the flowers to remember him. That's the reason he got just A, no surname. Instead of the surname, I put the flowers to remember him.
I see.
That's the story of that necklace. So I wore that all the time. And then when I'm coming to England,
Yeah. How many years later?
how many years later? Gosh, that's about like 5-6 years after.
Uh-huh.
Because I did meet your dad 5 months after.
It
But
was
it
5
took,
months.
met your dad. But then it took us like, 5 to 6 years we were going out together,
Yeah.
just going out.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then he decided to come here. So when I was coming here to meet him, so I took that off my neck, I put it into my mom. So my mom has been wearing it ever since until she died. Then I take it off. She gave it to me when she was still alive. She knew she would die. And I gave it to you.
Yeah.
That's their story.
I haven't taken it off since.
That's the story of that necklace.
Mm.
It was the money I had from my first husband, and I make that a souvenir.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if you
Not
stayed with
at
Bill?
all.
You don't?
If I stay with him,
Yeah. If you stay
uh,
with Bill.
oh, we were very poor though,
Really?
very. I was a dressmaker
Uh-huh.
and working in the factories as well,
Uh-huh.
and he was a tailor.
Okay.
So we both were practical, and he was a tailor and a builder as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I really don't know. Enough miracle did happen, but
Yeah.
but we were very poor and we didn't have any children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Really, I really don't know.
Wow.
But he was a nice man.
Yeah, was he? That's good.
Yeah, nice family.
That's good. So then Dad sweeps in and 5 months
After
after.
5 months.
That's not a long time after.
I know. I can't. I just don't know how it's happened. Why did this happen?
Well, actually, Grandma, when I went to Mauritius over the winter,
Yeah.
not Grandma, sorry, Jishan,
Uh-huh.
your oldest sister,
Yeah.
told me about how he would wait at the bus stop or something,
Yeah.
where you would go to school or go to work.
Work.
Tell me about that.
Who, Dad?
Yeah, she said
Yeah.
something like he would go. He'd be there like nearly every day
He
and,
will
and
every
wait for
day,
you.
yeah, chasing me up because I was not really wanted to, to meet someone straight away up, but he is a really like persuading, he's still
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
So he was like so persuading and just like no, life has to goes on and
Yeah.
you can't live like this. You need something or whatever.
Yeah.
But we did took our time. We were just going out. I didn't really like get close to him for about after months, maybe after 8-9 months we know each other.
Wow.
So we were just like going, and every time I was just so worried, concerned of what people will say, concerned what people will,
Yeah.
But then one day he just said, "Oh, I got a surprise for you."
Mhm.
So I said, "What is it?" He said, "Come and meet me." I think it was really, I would say maybe this would be like our first really get
Actual dates.
closer, yeah.
Yeah.
Because and then when I went, he won't tell me until you get there. So he was like hiding a little secret place for where people is not going to see us. And then he said, "Oh, the reason I bring you here because you always worried about what people say. I couldn't." Every time you say, "Oh, if somebody's coming, I know somebody." It's true. I was always concerned. In Mauritius, is like that.
Yeah.
What people think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then he said, "That's why now we can get to know each other."
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So yeah, it takes a long time.
That's cute. It sounds like he had some game. He had some.
Yeah,
Do you know what game means?
he didn't really know what he wants to do with it. He was a bit like Jiminy,
Oh really?
He was still study. He wasn't working when I was working. I had money, and he wasn't. He wasn't working, and he was just like helping his dad business.
Yeah.
And yeah, he couldn't figure out his life, what he really wants to do, until he came to England.
Yeah. Okay. So before we talk about England, that time, 80s, the early 90s in Mauritius, what was it like in Mauritius at that time, living there?
In Mauritius.
What was your life like? You with your siblings, living with Grandma?
Well, we were very, very poor, but to be honest, I didn't realize it. I was okay. I've been so naive for a long time. I never wanted to leave my country. I never wanted to go abroad. I did have opportunity before that, and I just didn't want to. I was just, with, let's say I didn't have a lot of education to get, excited to wanted more. I never. But the reason I came to England is just because I want to meet him again. And, That's why I came, and I wouldn't even come by myself.
Yeah.
I had to come with Marcelino, his brother.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember
Yeah,
you saying.
I had to come with him because I
Yeah.
was saying, no way, I can get on the plane by myself. I was so scared,
Yeah.
but I done it.
And what was it like when you first came here then?
Gosh, it was cold. And I
Do you
came
remember
in
what time of
November.
year? Oh, November. That's
Yeah,
bad. That's rough.
yeah, I came in November
That's right.
1991.
Wow, 1991.
Yeah, 1991 in November.
How old were you? 20.
I was 28. I was 28, and
Wow.
so, and I remember the first day I came, and still in the car before we go to the place where we were going to stay.
Yeah.
It was NTKY and Uncle Carlex picked me up in the airport.
Oh,
So
because
the first-
Dad already knew them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was Uncle Carlex who helped
Friend.
him
Yeah,
to
yeah,
come.
yeah.
So then I remember they come and pick me up. Uncle Carlex's car was yellow. Get into that yellow car, and before they taking me to the home, to the place where Dad was living, and they took me to Richmond Park.
Oh, really?
They took me to Richmond Park,
Wow.
and to see the deer. I know, but they did bring a coat for me.
Yeah.
Dad bought the coat for me. That was just so cold, and I was just, oh my God. And then after that, I remember we went to a pub
Oh, yeah.
in Richmond,
Uh-huh.
and I was really shocked for me and women and us go to a pub, because in Mauritius women doesn't go to pub. So go to a pub, and I didn't really speak English or understand English.
Yeah.
But then that translates it to me. These people was like rude to us at
Oh,
that time,
really?
because black and
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
so then because I didn't understand what are they talking about.
Yeah.
So then they say that's what it is.
Oh, God.
How long now?
No, we're good. Did you experience that a lot when you first moved? Did you experience a lot of racism?
Not really.
No?
No, because maybe there is, but because I don't know if it's that way, I didn't really.
You were unaware?
I was unaware of it. I was unaware of it. I didn't know about that. No.
Tell me about your first few years living in England in 1991. What was that like?
Oh, I tell you, the first 5 months where we were living
Yeah.
in, because Dad was still a student, and he was still in the student accommodation, and I was not really meant to be living with him. So
He was in student accommodation.
yeah,
Where?
nursing in West Middlesex Hospital.
So he was at West Middlesex Hospital. In the hospital, they had accommodations there.
In the hospital, the old hospital, not that new one, the old one.
Is it in the same build, like same thing though?
They knocked the old hospital down and bring that new one.
Okay.
The other one was not really. Bit by bit, they changed it.
Yeah.
But they did have student accommodation there. That's my first living in England.
So
in that hospital.
You lived in there.
Yes.
You weren't allowed to.
Well, we say I was not allowed to live in there. It was just like one room, one single bed.
Oh, okay.
So, and then he said to me, "You're not allowed to go out." When he goes to work in the day, I had to stay in that room. For 5 months I did that.
Jeez.
I can't go out. And he said, if anybody knock on the door, don't open. And you have to stay in there. And for 5 months I did that.
So what did you do for 5 months?
They bought a little TV. That time, it was so expensive, those backhoe TV. You got that, so he said you wanted. That's how I started watching EastEnders.
Really? So that's how it all started.
They say somebody said to me,
oh my God.
if you watch this thing, you will learn English, because this is the accent for this. He said you will hear so many accents, some English you don't understand.
Yeah.
But this is the English you will understand. Say EastEnders.
Yeah.
I started watching EastEnders. So.
I always tell people this because I think I have a memory of you telling this to me, but I could be wrong. Did you watch it from the first ever episode?
EastEnders? No,
Yeah.
it was already started.
Ah, okay. So
It
it
was
had already
already. I don't know
started.
where I started. Obviously, 1992, because I came November 1991.
Oh yeah, so it was shortly in the new year that you would have started watching it. Okay.
So that's in 1992. So I don't know what episode that is.
Yeah.
So they just done their 30 years anniversary. How many years anniversary?
Oh, I can't remember.
Something
You'd know
like
better
that.
than me.
Yeah. So it probably did not long started.
Yeah.
Because I think they done the 30 because I've been here more than 30 years.
Yeah.
So
Before we carry on with this, I just want to say, EastEnders was such a big part of my life growing up, just because you used to watch it all the
and
time.
all the
And
children.
then you got all of us watching it, and
Yeah.
it became a family thing. Like when
Yeah.
we'd have our family house and everyone was together, we would watch that all the time and actually be invested in the stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And how funny, full circle, that I told you that the job that I'm on at the moment, one of the actors
Uh-huh.
used to work on EastEnders.
Oh yes.
I told her all about you. I told her that that you used to watch it years ago when you first came to the country,
Yeah.
and how it turned into something that we'd all do together,
Yeah.
and how I have this sentiment towards it.
Yeah.
And she spoke very highly of you. She gave you a lot of love. So
And it was so funny because when I'm pregnant with Gemelino, this doom. I think Gemelino. I think Gemelino knows about it. One day he was thieving, and he was crying because eating. And there's his thought that doom. He stopped crying.
really,
Do you know what that did?
What?
He registered.
He what?
He registered.
You recorded it.
Recorded.
Yeah.
He recorded. And then each time Gemelino will cry or do something, he just put it on Gemelino. Was just like
No way.
Gemelino he will be looking at her. We got these nice videos of him, like sitting down on the sofa, very comfortable. He put his bottle at the side for him
So
to
you can
sit.
watch. Can we find that video? I'll put it on in this bit so we can see it.
Oh God! So he just noticed. We find out he liked this doom.
Yeah.
He just like stop and.
That is
this,
so funny.
It's so funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that's how I listen and I learn my English, and with NTKY as well, because
Yeah.
she's my first English friend
Yeah.
since the day when I came here.
Yeah.
And I did go to night school as well when I met my beautiful friend in the church.
So
Doreen, her name is.
So tell me about that story. So you were living in there 5 months. You hardly left the house, and then you eventually met this
I
woman.
decided one day, and I said to Dad, I want to go to church. And he said, people doesn't go to church here, the church closed. And I would just say, no, that people you see go to church, they're not English, they're Irish.
That's what he said?
They're foreigners. It's
Oh.
true, I think it's true.
Okay.
And then I said, doesn't matter, I want to go. Because I came in November, and then January, February, end of February, Lent started.
Yeah.
And I know I was missing all this thing. And then I say, I want to go. So I start going. And then when the Lent start, and they were doing the Station of the Cross, I don't know if you know, and that is on Friday. So I wanted to go to that, and it was in the evening. So his friend came, they were doing their homework, they were doing the study, and I say, I will go, I know how to go to that. It's just straight down the road where we used to live. I say, I will be fine, I will go to that and I'll come back. So I go to that, and then it's finished. A lady come and say to me, hello, and I look at her, and then she was talking to me, and I don't understand what she said. I managed to say, no, it's me. So I managed to,
Yeah.
I managed to say, so she understand, and she knows, she used to be in her, she from Goa, so she knew the situation, and she would try, we were just trying to do, but I don't know how much she understand one. And then she would say to me to come with her. I know, I said, I follow her. It was the same road where I should go, but just before the hospital, she said, sporty house, and she said, "This is mine. Come," like that. She said, "Big house." Say, "This, come."
Yeah.
And I just said, "Okay, I met you in the chair. You must be a nice person. I am going to go." So I crossed the road. We went to her. It was like, because I've been living in that one room, and I found the house is huge, a big house.
Yeah.
So then she took me in the kitchen and she told me to sit down and if I want to eat.
Yeah.
And I said, no, 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 no. Eat. So she gave me a plate of food. I remember that food was so nice. It's so yummy. So I sit down and eat the whole plate of food. In the meantime, Dad said, "It's late. Where is she?" He and his friend, they walk to the church. The door is closed. They start worried. Where is she gone? She lost. Where is she gone? So they were looking everywhere with the torch, you know. They were looking everywhere for me. And me, I was sitting down and eating the yummy food. And then when we finished eat, she said, "I take you back." As we were going back, we saw them was looking everywhere.
Looking for you.
So then she started speaking English with Dad and explained, you know, what happened.
Yeah.
And then she started talking, so she got a bit more information with him about me.
Yeah.
And then she would say, "Well, you need to get married because, you know, soon her visa will be finished." So then it's true, we get married within that last month before my visa is finished.
Really?
So everybody helped, NTKY, her family, we all put the wedding together and we get married.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of that day. Where was it?
I get married in, because we were living in Hounslow, you had to marry in the same place where you stay. We got married in Hounslow, but then we went to Richmond, where Auntie Carrie and colleagues live, to have the reception.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It looked like a nice day. You had a
It
very nice dress.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
yes.
lovely dress.
It was a nice day that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where they live. In the back is a bit like here. There is a big garden.
Oh, so that's the garden. They got the pictures.
Yeah.
You know, I have one of the original printed pictures from that day.
Oh.
It was on the fridge in the family house, and I took it before we went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I still have one.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I'm just gonna check the cameras quickly.
You were always fan of this
Who?
picture. You.
Yeah, it's a nice picture.
Because one day when you were in school, the teacher said, tomorrow she wants everybody to bring something what is precious for them. And you just took one of those.
Oh, did I? No way.
And it was Mrs. Fall, I remember.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
She said, it stopped me after school. She said, "Oh, that's what I asked. And look what Alexandra bought. She must be winning." I said, "Oh my God." That's what she brought a
sweet.
picture of the wedding of her mom and dad. But I think
That's sweet.
she was not expecting that.
I wanna stay in this time period of like you in Mauritius and at your first experiences in England, because I'm gonna have you back again next year, and next year we can carry on from like talk about your life in England a bit more and talk about that stuff.
Okay.
So for now, I just want to go back to Mauritius a bit. What was it like for you and your siblings growing up? Because I know there's 6 of you all together, right?
6 of us, yeah.
6 of you. So
Yeah.
go through them. So you're the youngest, right? One of the youngest?
No, I'm in the middle.
You're in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, so go through them. Oldest to youngest. So you got Jishen.
Sislin,
Yep.
and then Zuzian,
Yep.
and then Ale,
Yep.
and then me, Aldo,
And then Aldo.
Alex.
And then Alex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex
yeah.
is the youngest.
She was the youngest. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's that? 2 boys and the rest girls?
Yeah, 4 girls,
4
2
girls,
boys.
2 boys.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And the 2 oldest,
yeah.
had different dads
Yes,
than
my
the
mom.
rest of you.
Yeah, my mom has the 2 oldest in the previous marriage, but then it didn't work. The dad was drinking a lot,
Yeah.
so then they had to, stop. And then she met my dad.
Yeah. And was your dad a good man?
in a good way. In a way,
Yeah.
he was a good man, and he was okay, but he did a lot of things he shouldn't be doing.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Was he there in the house while you were growing up?
No,
No.
he always working.
Always working. Okay.
Yeah,
What did he
I
do?
didn't really get that um, male, like
Yeah. Yeah.
daughter and her.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I didn't, because he always works, and he like his own his life, his drugs and things like that.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, so didn't. We didn't. My mom was everything. She was like, that's why she was so straight,
Yeah.
because she has to be the dad, she has to be the mom.
Mm.
So my dad didn't really like try to um, control us or whatever.
Yeah.
It's always been my mom.
Always her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you feel like that's definitely carried on into the rest of the family, because there were a lot of strong women like Jishen, Ghislaine, Joyce,
Yeah.
even Chloe,
Yeah.
Lishana,
Yeah.
Jana.
Yeah.
You've all turned into very
Yeah.
strong ladies.
Yeah. What? Life is tough.
Mm.
Life has been really, really, it's been really tough. When we were little,
Mm.
my mom tried everything to give us, things. We didn't know if things was bad behind the scenes until we really grow up and we see it for ourselves. But she really keep things for herself. She really like don't let us know.
Yeah.
She just try, the best. She try like, give us things as a normal child. In that city like here where we live, we were like the first people who has television.
Mm.
Well, one of them, one
Yeah.
of the first people.
Yeah.
Very few has, but lots of people come to our house to watch television.
Yeah.
It was like a miracle
Uh,
to have a television in those days.
Uh-huh.
It was a big thing.
yeah.
So people come and sit down until outside to watch television.
Really?
Yeah, it was, but my mom did that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Did did you get on with your brothers and sisters?
I always get on with everybody. I remember very well, my mom did something she shouldn't be doing. My brother and I, we were just like that. We were very, very close, very, very close, because we grow up in the same room. We sleep together, we play together, because we didn't have a big house. Everybody got their own room. That didn't happen. That room where I'll do is that. That's
Yeah.
where we all grow up.
Yeah.
And the other one is my mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we little, they had a little bed in the same room.
Yeah.
And then we all. So my brother and I were very close. We always like, we sleep together. We, grow up and play together and everything. So, so when one day, I don't know, I'd done something,
Yeah.
and I was not really my fault. It was that my mom was so strict, and I know she's going to beat me. She always like, beat. Those days children get
Yeah.
whacked
Yeah.
if they are doing something.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go to the house. I was just like waiting outside until my dad. I know when my dad is there, she won't beat me. So I just like waiting outside for my dad to come,
Yeah.
and then I go in the house.
Yeah.
So what my mom did, he told my brother, go out from the bottom, how to say like it, and then go to the road,
Yeah.
and come back behind me and bring me home.
Ah.
And my brother did that. He listened to my mom. I saw my brother come out the house. I thought he was going out, but what he did, he just go around there, the road.
Yeah.
And me, I was facing, where this land
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I was stood there
Yeah.
and waiting for my dad to come home. I just feel somebody just grab me from the back and bring me to my mom.
Yeah.
And that day, my mom gave me a good one. and I hate my brother since.
Oh,
But
God.
we make up and never be the same again.
Yeah.
Never be the same again.
Because it's the trust.
I just yes.
Yeah.
Because if I did what my mom say I did,
Mm.
maybe I wouldn't mind. I
But
didn't.
you didn't.
I didn't, and my mom just like over her. So
Got you for it.
yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, we were, you know, very poor without knowing we were.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
I've been working. I stopped working when I was 13.
You started working
I
when you were
started
13.
working when I was
What
13.
was your first job?
My first job, I was working in it's called electronic. You know, before everything was electronic, even the TV, we were doing the pieces in the television. When they used to have those big television in the back, so there was like little lamp you have to put in there, and that was making Mauritius.
It sounds hard to do.
It was very hard.
Is
Very
it like
hard.
really small?
Very small, yeah,
Wow.
very small thing. So you have to do it with microphone. That's how I used to wear glasses.
Yeah.
You had to look in microscope
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't do it like this. You had to do, and with tweezer,
Uh-huh.
you just look in there and then you do you. That's how I used to do that. I've been doing that for years. That's my first job I get in. I remember didn't go to school one day. My mom took me there, and my mom say I'm 15, but I was 13. But they didn't take us for
Yeah,
birth certificate or
yeah.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
So and then they take me, and I was good at it. The things with me, everything I do, I'm good at it.
Yeah, I know that.
So that's why they took me, and I was good at it. And look, I've been doing it for about 10 years until it closed down, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, because after that, the new TV coming
Okay.
with digital, they call. They don't
Yeah.
do those
Big
pieces.
parts, yeah.
So then that's closed down. The factory closed down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? 13 years old
Well,
working in
I
a factory?
enjoy it because I don't know any better things. When you are, doing something.
They say ignorance is bliss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never like this person to searching, to
Yeah.
look, to say, oh, that's what I like. That's
Yeah.
what. Sorry. I never know. So I've done that, and I'm good at it, and I'm making money, and I just carry on doing it. And I remember we got paid every week in the envelope,
Yeah.
cash.
Oh.
There was no bank things, nothing.
Yeah.
Cash in the envelope, and then I got that. I will go home and give it to. I won't even open it to see how much I got. It's still closed up. I will give it to my mom.
Wow. Would she give you some of it, or you would give
No,
all of it to
she
her?
will do everything for me.
Oh, I see.
She will do everything for me. She will buy my clothes. She will do everything. I was really, really. It takes me a long time to grow. She didn't stop do things for me until I got married. When I got married, that's how I start handle money.
Yeah.
I start cooking and do at home. She won't let me cook nothing, and then.
Same with Jisha now.
Yeah.
When I was there over the winter, she
Yeah.
wouldn't let anyone cook.
But that is not because they don't want to. It's because it's kind of economic, I think.
Uh-huh.
Because, like here, we will let a child baking a cake, but how much they will throw on the floor, how much mess they will do, and all
Yeah.
those kind of things.
Yeah.
But we can't afford that. My mom can't afford that, so
Yeah.
she will do her things herself.
I see.
Nothing
I see.
waste,
Yeah.
nothing.
She knows what's in the kitchen. She knows what she has. How long things will
How
last.
she can economize things, how
Yeah,
she can
yeah,
do
yeah.
things. So I got married, I didn't know nothing. Then I had to learn how to cook. I had to do my own things, and they support. You get support. You do get support. How to do things, how to handle your money, to go your shopping, to do everything by yourself. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I was 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So between then and now you, somewhere along the way, you became the person that you are today.
Yep. Yes, I learned so much.
Mm.
Yeah, I become so much and I learned so much. I become like, more stronger and, the more the difficulty you got, you come out and you become stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, I do some questions and some things at the end of each episode. We're getting close to the end. But before I get to that bit, can we talk about Alice a little bit?
My sister,
Hmm.
she was lovely.
I know nothing about her.
Oh God, she is nothing like me.
Really?
Nothing like me. She's more bubbly. She's more. When she's at home, the house is more happy. I've been always a quiet child.
Mm.
I've been always quiet and try to do my own things, and I don't talk too much. In Mauritius, I don't talk too much to people. Apart from my going, she talked to everybody. She's very happy, and she's a singer. She likes singing.
Ah.
Since the minute she will walk to that thing, she will sing, and she used to sing in a band, and she's more happier than me, much more happier than me, and she's completely different.
Yeah.
And she was working. She finishes school. She's more like clever than me anyway. They all are. And she finishes school and she was working, and then, but she always had asthma since the age of 5, I think.
Yeah.
She started having asthma.
Okay.
She grew up with it,
Hmm.
but when she had asthma, as she grew, sometimes she just take like a tablets and things like that,
Yeah.
and she get better.
Yeah.
But that day, I don't know. She went to a friend, and then there asthma come. They took her to the hospital, and then in the hospital they give her injection. She come home. She was okay. I see her, and then later on, but she eat, and then later on in the middle of the night, the asthma came back. That's never happened. Usually when she had this thing, it would be okay for a few days.
Yeah.
But that day, the same day, the asthma came again at night. At that time in Mauritius, there was no car. Now you go to Mauritius, there's lots of cars. Everybody has car. There was no cars, no ambulance, nothing. So there is a few, maybe 1 or 2 people who got cars. My brother go and knock on the door, say, please come, if they all refused to come. And I think in the end, I think Dad put her on the motorbike and take her to the hospital.
Really?
And then, so when they got there, and it was too late. They said bring the chair, they put her on, take her inside. It was too late. Even the nurse who gave her injection early was still there and said, you came early, you were fine.
Yeah.
So this time she never come back. She come home dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. She just, it was, I don't know. They say people doesn't die with asthma. But obviously she did.
Yeah.
She was 20.
20. So how old were you?
I probably was 25, 26.
She was the youngest.
Yeah, she was the youngest. Yeah.
Man. And did you tell me that she had a partner at that time?
She has a boyfriend.
She had a boyfriend.
And the boyfriend was not in Mauritius. The boyfriend was going to work on the boat, on the ship,
Yeah.
That's part of his job.
Yeah.
And we didn't have phone to contact, to say nothing at that time. So we can't do anything until he's due back.
Yeah.
When he's due back, he says since he come out the pole, in her, everybody was looking at, but nobody told him. Everybody was just looking at him.
Wow.
He come home, and he was come home on time. He was thinking to get ready to go and meet her at work.
Yeah.
And then we have to tell him about she dead. She doesn't believe. She said, no way. He said, no, he's not. I can't believe he's dead. He said, they say, yes, he's dead. So he said, no, take me where is he? Where did they put him? He said, I need to go to the cemetery to see, to believe it. So Ghislaine get the car because it was going to be nearly 6 o'clock because 6 o'clock the cemetery closed.
Oh.
Ghislaine put him in the car and go to the cemetery. He was just about to go. We begged the man, say, please explain their story.
Yeah.
And they let him in.
Wow.
And then when he go and he really see the, that he throw the whole body on it and he's screaming and cry.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
They were going to get married, I think, the year after.
Jesus. I can't imagine what that was like for him. You're at work and you think you're gonna cut. So how long since she died did he find out?
Was months, couple of months. Maybe 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
When he comes, yeah.
Wow.
Because you wouldn't know when you go in the middle of the sea like this working.
Yeah.
So there is no phone. There is no well, at that time especially there was no phone, no nothing. So yeah. So they really they didn't know.
You know, with all the amount of bad things that phone and technology does, that's one thing that's good for.
I know.
The fact that when things like that happen, you can let the people that need to know most.
Yeah.
That's one thing that is
You can see now how the world is open.
Yeah, and how you need to cherish the good sides of it more because
the good
to
thing.
not know after a few months and then you come back, it's like that's terrible.
I know. This was terrible. Even when I was in Mauritius and Dad was here, I will have a letter maybe once a month because at that time the plane was going to Mauritius maybe once a month.
Okay.
Or maybe 2.
Yeah.
But now it's every day. 4 in one day. I don't know how many.
Packed flights.
Yeah, every day.
I'm dead.
And there was no phone. We have to go to the telecom to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
To make a phone call. It was not easy that time.
How things have changed.
Things have changed. Now you not just can call, you can see the person as well.
Yeah. You know, there's this new thing coming out, where it's like you have a screen and the other person has the same screen, and when you sit in front of it, it looks like you're in the same room together.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And have you seen these new Apple things? It's like goggles that you put on your face and then you can see a thing in front of you, and you use your finger to like tap press things and do video calls. What do you think of that?
Oh God, I think that is too much for me.
It's too much? It's too much for me too, man. I'm with you.
That is too much.
I'll take the phone calls and a bit of FaceTime, and that's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough.
Okay, let's do some questions. Yeah?
Okay.
Wicked. Sorry, I'm just getting up the list. Bear with me. You know, I went out last night.
Oh.
I was with he lived on Lionel Road.
Oh, okay. I
was with him.
Oh, okay.
His daughter's 10 years old now.
Wow.
10, grown up. So crazy. I can't wait to have kids.
Oh God, Alexander.
Are you excited to be a grandmother?
Well, yes, but I want them to be better than.
Better than what, me?
No, better life.
Better, I completely understand. I completely understand. So do I.
Because I did wanted to do that for my children. But
you
I
did.
think I did it.
You did.
But your one has to be even better.
Even better.
It has to be like.
But I think they'll already be, because they'll have Sean and Juliana. They'll have you.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, they'll have a great life. Do you have a favourite number?
Me?
Yeah.
Number 9.
Why?
It's just in the Baha'i faith, number 9 is a
special number.
It's a special number.
Okay,
yeah.
That's nice. Do you wish you were older or younger than you are right now?
Younger? No, I'm
You
all
don't?
right
You're
now.
happy?
I'm happy.
That's nice.
I'm happy.
You're happy where you are.
Yeah, even though, things has been up and down, but
Yeah.
I'm making
You're
progress.
happy where you
So
are
I'm
now.
happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy dancing?
Oh, love it.
I know, I don't even see a question.
Yeah.
When's the last time you cried?
Oh God, I cry all the time, but I'm getting better.
Uh,
Yeah.
so,
When is the last time I cried?
yeah.
I think when I went on pilgrimage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it nice?
Yeah.
It was okay. Was it a
Yeah.
happy cry, sad cry?
Well, I think it's everything
It's like
comes. I
both.
was a bit, oh
Oh,
God,
it's starting.
please, please,
Okay.
please, please, please.
Maybe we should go to your room and we can finish the
Can you
questions
stop
there.
it?
Yeah, we can stop and
Okay.
start.
All
Okay,
right.
we'll see you back in my mum's room. This life that you already lived, what would you like to know about that life?
How his look like?
How it looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like things like for example, I would like to know how many steps I've taken in my whole life from beginning to end. I
What
think that would
in
be
this life?
yeah, in this
Oh, you
life.
mean in this life?
Things
What
life.
would you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd like to know
oh,
how many hours you and me talked on the phone in all of our life.
oh,
You know, things like that, or like
oh. I would like to know if it's in this life. I would like to know how many people is been dead in my arms, in seeing them go.
how many people have died in your arms?
How many people is
That's what
been,
you want to know.
I want to know how many, because when I think about since I've been, how many people I've seen that I lost count.
Have you actually?
Oh yes, Alexander. I lost count when I think about all these people, and I just say, where are they?
Oh my
And I
god.
just say, I would like to know how many.
How many
Would I
people have
see
died
them
in your
again?
arms?
Well, die,
In your presence, like in
yeah,
front
in
of
my
you.
present.
So
Yeah.
you've heard a lot of people's last breath.
Yes, yes, lots, lots, lots. And I just try to count sometime and thinking, since I've been doing that job.
Yeah. My mum works at. Explain your job, just in case people are like,
I-
why is this happening?
No, I work as a carer.
Yeah, she's a cat.
Yeah, I work as a carer. So yes,
A good one at that.
so yes, I've been seeing a lot of people the last breath.
Yeah.
And God gracious, all is different. Some of them, sometimes I do think about, this one, this like that, this like that.
Really?
So, oh yes. So I just wanted to know how many.
Oh my god.
How many people? And I've been seeing just go. And
Tell me about. Do you remember the first time you saw someone die?
actually, I was not scared because the first people I saw that is my sister.
You were there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, that's not true. It's not my sister. It's my first husband.
You were there as well?
Yes, yes.
What the
yes.
hell, Mom?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was him. He's the first one I saw.
Wow.
And
So you were 22 or 21?
I was 22.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was 22.
So you
And,
saw the blood and all of that?
oh yes, yes,
wow.
yes. I saw everything. I saw everything. Right in front of me, he just collapsed and saw them resuscitated him and
Yeah.
everything. Didn't wake up. Yeah, I see. And the funny thing, so don't be scared. So that day, the doctor said, we can take him home right now. If you want, you can take him home now.
What did you put him on the bus? What the?
He wasn't at night, so we get a car.
Uh-huh.
And you put him sit down in the middle. I was on one side, and Zislen was on the. Oh, just tell Zislen to tell me.
Yeah,
the
well,
story
when I
when
go,
you go.
oh my god.
Zislen was on one side, and he was in the middle, and I was on this side. So we took him home that night.
Yeah.
And we go. It was like somebody still alive sitting down in the middle
Yeah.
of us.
Did you put a seatbelt on?
No, we don't wear seatbelt.
Oh, you didn't. No one wear seatbelt in Mauritius. What
You
am I
know
talking
that.
about?
So yes, we just took him home, and my mom was in the front, and we just took him home. It's the same with Alice as well. They bring her in the car
Straight
because
away.
it was at night. Yeah,
What, in a taxi?
in a taxi. Yeah.
So how do you explain that to the taxi driver?
Well, I don't know really, to be honest with you. Now it's a good question you say that. I don't know how they did that, how they told,
Your mum
in
just said.
Mauritius there was no really strict. People is more like, as you can see, the strict thing is very little,
Yeah.
very limited in
Yeah.
Mauritius.
Even now.
Even
Even
now,
today.
and at that time, that man will take that dead body for money.
Mhm.
Why not?
Mhm.
He won't be scared. He will do it.
Mm.
So
Oh my God.
yeah, and then get home, and I don't know if I should say that when they were like washing him and dressing him, because that time we do it ourselves,
Yeah.
and his brother couldn't put his shirt on him.
Really.
He couldn't put his shirt. They were trying. I was watching. They couldn't do. So they were going to dress him in his wedding suit.
Yeah.
So he couldn't. And then I said, "Let me try." And the minute I try, everything goes on.
Really.
He wanted me to dress him.
Oh.
And I remember we had a conversation like that. Sometimes you think you had a conversation and um, and you think, oh, it's a blag.
Yeah.
But it's happened. I was so shocked. The
Yeah.
minute I put the shirt on, and the shirt goes on,
Mm.
the
Wow.
suit and everything. So yeah. So that's why I think I never scared of dead
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Never. And then come my sister,
Yeah.
so when I come here, I do that job. So I never. And I think when you are nice to someone, when they die, you don't be scared of them.
Interesting.
No, you're not. Only I think if you are being nasty and terrible, then you scared, oh, just in case he come back to me or he hurt me or whatever. But when you be nice to the person, you've been, so you don't be scared. So I never scared of him. I never scared. My mom wanted me to come back to the house, don't sleep in the house by myself. And I say, no, he won't do anything to me.
Mm.
I say, no. I
Wow.
stay in my house. I never scared.
That's so interesting. That's something that you've definitely always carried down to me. This perspective on death, and it's just so I'm so used to it, and I have this beautiful perspective
Yeah.
on life, and you live it while you're here, and then when
Yeah.
you die, you pass, and it's not something to be afraid of, and
No.
it's something that's around you, and it's a part of
Yeah.
life, and it's something that you need to laugh through and
Yeah.
enjoy and
Exactly.
feel and
Yeah.
and. The same way, like when
Yeah.
you're a kid and you're in a really fun playground,
Yeah.
and your mum says, "You have 5 minutes left, and then we're going home."
Yeah.
What do? Do you say, "Oh my God, I only have 5 minutes left"?
Yeah.
No, you run, you play.
Yeah.
You play while you have those five
The
minutes
5 minutes,
left. You
exactly.
do that so that when you walk out that playground, you go, "Well, I had that fun.
Yeah.
I had fun."
Yeah.
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 And thank you for that. Because
Yeah.
it's allowed me to enjoy my life as much as I can.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember the
Yeah.
first time I ever saw a dead body. Well, actually, I don't
That's what
remember the
George-
exact. Yeah, so there was times like I used to drop you off at work and
Yeah.
then pick you up in the morning, and
Yeah.
someone would be alive when I drop you off, but
Yeah.
then I'd come back and I'd be like, "Where's Mary?" or someone. You'd be like, "Oh, they died last night."
Yeah.
And there'd be people there in the morning like
Yeah.
grieving, and I remember that. But yeah, I remember George,
Yeah.
one of our family friends. Do you know what?
You were meant to go to school that day,
Yeah.
and you said, "No, I'm coming with you." And I said,
I remember
can't
you
go
left and I
with
told you I was going to school,
So
and then I snuck and I followed you to the bus stop.
You come with me. Yeah. Yes. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I give George a kiss on the forehead, and you kiss.
Yeah.
You never kissed dead people before.
Yeah, yeah. I remember I fell asleep in the same bed with him, or something. I fell asleep on the chair next to him, and my head was on his leg, and yeah. But the only reason I felt so okay with it because you were so okay with it.
Yeah,
We literally
yeah.
went in. I remember he was a very talented pianist.
Yes.
I don't even remember this, but you took my hands and you put them on his hands, and you were like, "George, give him your gifts, give him your
I know.
talent."
Yeah. Yeah. I never scared. No.
No, but now neither am I, and I love
Yeah.
that. I'm so grateful that I'm
Yeah.
like that.
No. If somebody, they die, you don't know. They have more power than you when you have. And I think that's why my life it's always been, it's like a garden for me, because think I don't know how it's happened. And it just happened to me,
Yeah.
I always see the dog, and then next minute I will be, oh, look, I met this one and I found this one and I got that and I got that. But I always say there is somebody up in the air is watching you. All these nice people I've been seeing. So yes, I don't know how many, lots, but uh, that's what I would like to know, how much I've done,
Yeah.
in the previous life.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's end on this. What would you like people to do when you die?
Oh, parties.
Parties.
I would like everybody to wear color clothes and don't come and wear in black clothes, color clothes. And, I'm meant to be just wrapped up in silk clothes or whatever.
You want to be?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't need to dress me when there, because this body is going to be wasted.
Yeah.
It's going to be finished.
Okay.
That's why I do it now. But when I die, no, don't need. But other people is still alive. I want them to dress up.
Okay.
I want them to dress up.
Yep.
And then don't worry about my body because this is gone. But my soul is there, is very precious, and celebrate my life with my soul. And, after bury me, have a party. Have a good time.
Okay.
Celebrate. A bit like, you remember when George was there? We
Yeah.
were dancing and
Yeah.
there was, and yeah, not much flowers either.
No.
No. I love flowers, but I just wanted people to give it to me now
While you're alive.
when I'm alive.
Yeah.
But when I dead, don't wasting money.
Don't waste flowers.
wasting flowers
You
because
give them to me while I'm alive.
yeah, they would not wasting money on buying flowers because they're going to dead, and I won't see. I won't enjoy. So give it to me now, and I enjoy it, and
Yeah.
all the beautiful flowers. But no, when I'm
Not
dead,
now.
so no flowers,
Yeah.
please, no flowers. Just having a good time. Take that money for flowers, buy drink, and
Yeah.
put the music and dancing and having a good time.
Sounds
And
good.
everybody dressed very smart,
Mm.
but don't have to dress me.
Don't worry. I will make sure this happens, okay?
Yeah, don't need to dress.
As long as I can DJ your wedding, I mean your funeral.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
please
I
do.
can DJ.
Everybody congratulate me for my birthday.
Yeah.
They said, God, how nice your son was. I didn't see the DJ
thing
before
in the
I
back,
came.
yeah.
But they said, God, he was so good. He was really good. Yeah, please do the same.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
do the DJ. And yeah,
I will.
I enjoy my life, and yeah,
Okay.
I just...
Okay. Well, thank you for doing this.
You're welcome. I enjoy
I
it.
really appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun. It's nice to hear these stories properly because
Yeah.
like you hear them growing up, but you don't always. You don't know how much because you're young and you're growing up when you hear them. I don't know how much of it I fill in my head, and But yeah, it's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Well, hopefully one day I'll write a book, because that story coming to England, it's got lots,
Yeah, loads of parts.
It's nice to, for other women, and
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a lot of people coming here and they just,
Yeah.
so not...
Anyone watching that can help my mum write a book, message me, please.
Everybody come here to study, to
Yeah.
to have a future, whatever, God.
Yeah.
I come here with not even say good morning. But come a long way.
We're gonna do this again next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad I know you and I love you.
Love you too.
Give me a hug.
Like,
See you next week. We did it.